Hello and welcome back to 25 Sweetpeas. Today we have another drawing video for you. So a few weeks ago I released a whole bunch of new lighthouses as illustrations in my shop. They were available as art prints and bookmarkers, and I say that like they aren't now, but they are still available in my shop as art prints and bookmarkers, and a few of them are also available as cards if you're interested in lighthouse cards. But I did film the process for the Jupiter Inlet Lighthouse, so I thought I would share that in video form today on YouTube because I love a good process video, and this lighthouse was a process. And also this was a lighthouse that I have wanted to do for a very long time because it's a red lighthouse and we don't often see a red lighthouse. I can think of maybe two, and I'm gonna do the other one soon as well, but I hadn't done a fully red lighthouse up until this point, so I was kind of excited to do it. But the thing that was holding me back is that there's a lot of foliage, a lot of green, and I've always sort of struggled with putting trees in the distance or giving the illusion of there being trees in the distance. But I recently did a lighthouse illustration. I think it was the Florida Cape Lighthouse or Cape Florida Lighthouse that I did, that I kind of made a little bit of a breakthrough in the terms of adding green foliage and things to my pieces. So I decided, this is the time that I need to go ahead and try the Jupiter Lighthouse because it's one I've always wanted to do. So that is what I'm doing in this video thus far. Right now I'm working on the water, which the water on this one, it was really fun to do because it is such a pretty color in South Florida. South Florida, the water is so lovely, and I was really excited to kind of make that noticeable in the video as well. Plus, because this is on an inlet, you've got the ocean further out and you're coming in, and you've got land and water, and it's just a little different setup than most of the lighthouse pieces I do because I usually prefer lighthouses that are fully in the water. But then I also usually do ones that are just on the coastline, and like I said, this one's different because it's in an inlet and there's water, land, and all around the process, which is different. Also, I played around with some different brushes in this piece, which I also felt were really good. It was a good move for me because I've been wanting to add a bit more texture into my pieces. And I want to say in December, I think it was, I bought the Max Pax gouache set. I think it was a retro gouache set. I don't remember exactly which one. I'd have to look. But anyway, I bought that brush set. And anytime I buy a new brush set and I try to apply it to my traditional art style, there's always some sort of disconnect, and it takes me a while to warm up to them. So sometimes I try to use them and I'm these are great brushes, but it just doesn't work for me, and then I need to take a break, and then I come back a while later, in this case a few months later, and try again to integrate them in, and it's whoa, this is life-changing. I need to use these on everything and use this more and just practice with them more. So in the Cape Lighthouse one that I did, the Florida Cape Lighthouse that I was mentioning earlier, I felt was a breakthrough lighthouse. Anyway, that was kind of that point, and then I figured out how to apply what I learned from that one to this piece, and I felt those different things really made this piece more possible, which was super exciting because I also feel that kind of lifted a little barrier and has made me a bit more daring in the types of pieces that I take on and things that I want to do. So I'm really excited about that. Plus, it was a gouache brush set, which is something that I prefer to use when I'm actually working on paper, and even painting surf fins and things. I like to use acrylic, and I like to use gouache. I've actually never used gouache on a surf fin, but I recently got acrylic gouache, which I can use on a surf fin, so I'm really excited about that. And I have a fin. I actually think I have two fins painted the base color, so I could actually paint those soon. We'll see. But anyway, back to the piece we're working on now. I felt it was just a bit of a breakthrough, and I'm really excited to use these new to me brushes on more items. And if you guys have been following along on different things that I have been posting on my YouTube shorts recently, I have started a 100 Days of Art series, and I've been using a lot of these brushes for that. So you're going to be seeing a lot more about them, and I'm planning on releasing weekly videos, I guess you can say, about the 100-day art challenge. So hopefully that will also be interesting, and we'll get to talk about them and all that jazz. But back to the piece we're working on. This part that I'm working on right now is the closest part, and I guess you could say mainland, even though it's still a barrier island. of Florida. This green part was a bit tricky. I was like not sure what level I wanted different things on, because I wanted some green in the front, but then I wanted the lighthouse like in the middle, and then I still also wanted like palm trees in front of the lighthouse at a smaller scale, and it just took some time. Also, there were like some bushes down below, so like I said, it took some time, took some playing around, fiddling with things and playing with different textures, but eventually I feel like I got to the point where I really liked it. I played with lots of different brushes in the brush set that I was talking about, and I do like how it came out, so I'm really excited. And like I said earlier, this is now going to be available, or it is now available as an art print, which I actually currently have sitting on my shelf, which I'm looking at as I narrate this. Then I also have it available as a bookmarker, and I think this one actually also is a greeting card, which I think would be really fun, like in the Lighthouse gift shop. So I need to work on figuring out if that's possible. But I feel like that'd be so fun if you went to this lighthouse and then you'd go into the gift shop and you could buy this little cute card that would remind you of your visit to the lighthouse. Plus, you can actually get like different stamps for the different lighthouses in the state of Florida, which I think is really cool. I don't know exactly like if you have to like buy a little like stamp passport like book sort of thing at a gift shop or something, and then you get stamps for each lighthouse that you visit. I don't know. I went to the St. Augustine lighthouse last year and I didn't know about the stamp thing, so definitely didn't explore that, but now that I know about that, I kind of want to like do that because I think that'd be fun. Granted, I don't climb a ton of lighthouses. That was like the first time, and I've lived here for like 10 years, so you know. But anyway, back to the illustration. I also played with doing palm trees, and palm trees are different perspectives, like different distances, which was also a little tricky because palm trees in general, even though I love them, like palm trees are my favorite tree. I mean, I also love a live oak and a southern magnolia. Anyway, the palm trees are something that I find very kind of hard to do. I don't know why. I can never pick a consistent style for them. But in all honesty, there are so many different types of palm trees. I believe there are actually like 2,000 or more varieties of palm trees. So, I mean, I don't really have to pick just one. But, you know, knowing me, because I'm the type of person that also likes to know like the name of every seashell, I'd probably also want to know the names of all the palm trees. But I don't. Maybe I will someday. I mean, I know like the sable palm is the state tree for Florida, and then I know there's a sawtooth palm, and I know there are lots of types. I just don't know them all super well. But maybe that's something I need to learn. I'm eventually, hopefully, I will know like all the lighthouses names in the state of Florida, and we're working on it. I mean, I've illustrated, I want to say 6 or 8 at this point. Maybe not all of Florida. I've done 2 in Carolinas, 1 in North and 1 in South. And then I've done the Sanibel Lighthouse. I've done the Cape Florida Lighthouse, which I've done that one actually twice. I've done the Boca Chica Key twice. I have done, I mentioned Sanibel already, Gasparilla. I've done the Hillsborough Point. I've done the Alligator Reef. And is that it? That might be it. I definitely have a long list of ones I still want to do. And of course, now at the end of this video, I will also have the Jupiter one done. And the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse is also red, and it looks very similar to the Jupiter. And that's one on the list that I want to do soon, because that's not too terribly far either from me. So I think that'd be a fun one to do. But yeah, I have been like just rambling, I feel like, at this point. So I hope you guys are enjoying watching this. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some music as we finish up this piece. The last final parts are kind of like the parts that really make the piece, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching this process, and I think that's officially it for me. If you want to check this out in my shop, you can. It is, you can always search 25 Sweetpeas on Etsy, or it's always linked in the description box of the video, and I will link it to the art print section and the bookmark section, because this is in both, and as well as the greeting cards. So again, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting, and thank you for watching all of the the shorts lately. I know there have been a lot, but I'm really excited to be posting more art content on YouTube. So that's officially it for me. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll try to find some good music to play. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!
Things that I usually don't. Find my way through the view, she could see her building. Try to tell her I know